Breaking news. A 1.7 magnitude earthquake near Astoria, Queens, is suspected of causing buildings to shake on Roosevelt Island. Residents near epicenter of Rockville, Maryland earthquake describe shaky ground. Then we go to AP. A series of small explosions, no injuries reported after a 1.7 magnitude quake in New York. So what's going on? Well, let's take a look real quick. A 1.7 magnitude earthquake that hit New York City early Tuesday may have caused a series of small explosions on an island between Manhattan and Queens, officials said. Now, I'm going to leave the links to all of these articles in the video description box, and make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, ESN, IC News. It's a wise decision. We'll keep you up to date on rapid-fire news that you can use and that you need to know about. The U.S. Geological Survey reported that the quake occurred at 5:45 a.m. near the Astoria section of Queens. No reports of injuries or structural damage, and no impacts to transit, traffic, or utility services. New York City Office of Emergency Management spokesperson Aries Dela Cruz said, some residents of Manhattan and Queens reported what sounded like small explosions. This was right before 6 a.m., and this was coming from the Roosevelt Island, which is a 2-mile-long strip of land in the East River between two boroughs. Now, Alan Drury, a spokesperson for Consolidated Edison, said officials at the utility suspect that the quake caused the explosions since they happened about the same time. Let's see what CBS Baltimore has to say. Residents near epicenter of Rockville, Maryland earthquake described shaky ground. A small magnitude earthquake shook the Washington, D.C. suburb of Rockville, Maryland early Tuesday. The U.S. Geological Survey said a 2.3 magnitude earthquake happened shortly before 1 a.m. at a depth of about 9.5 miles, about 2 miles west of Rockville. No damage or injuries have been reported, but nearly 2,000 people from 6 states and Washington, D.C. reported feeling the earthquake to the USGS, including people in Baltimore. And as far away as West Virginia, as well as Pennsylvania. Check out the survey, shall we? Survey says, if you feel it, let them know. They've got something right here. Did you feel it? You can fill that form out, the felt report. I think there's over 300 people that actually filled out reports on the USGS, or 300 pages worth of reports, actually. Let's take a look at the interactive map. Okay. Okay. There you go. Here's the community internet intensity map. Was it intense? Well, looks like all the people that have left reports got these blocks right here that marks that. That's pretty cool. I don't know if you saw this, but look at this. You know, Bob Kudla was talking about this just the other day when I had an interview with him. You can watch that on Patreon. I've got it uploaded for free, actually, on Patreon. He talked specifically about Apple losing big bucks, and then boom, the next day. So stocks started the year off on the wrong foot Tuesday as big tech stocks tumbled, weighing on the NASDAQ composite, which lost 1.6%, and the S&P 500 down 0.6%. The Dow Jones Industrial Average staged an 11th hour rally to close about 0.1% higher. However, major indexes were dragged down by tech giants like Apple, which fell after being downgraded by Barclays. NVIDIA, one of several semiconductor stocks to retreat after the Dutch government instructed ASML Holdings, a leading supplier of chip-making equipment, to halt some shipments to China. Bitcoin surged to over 45K on Tuesday as investors awaited the Securities and Exchange Commission's decision, which is due by January 10th, on at least one of the spot Bitcoin ETF applications before it. Yeah, here's the, look at this. Past 24 hours, if we go to northeast of Astoria, New York, 317 responses. We've got earthquakes in Anza, California, Anamizu, Japan, Pinnacles, California, Oak Park, California, the Philippines, Puerto Rico, Morocco, Alaska. Look at that, 51 responses to the one in Alaska, 2,000 responses to the one in Maryland. It's always good to be prepared, not scared. And make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we will give you the news that you can use and that you need to hear about. We'll update you rapid fire style here at IC News. Be the change. you want to see.